Hey guys, Enis, Whiteacre Properties, my partner Douglas. We are back in Saugus. We actually have done another video here before when we purchased the property. We show you the before and why we got into a partnership, so definitely go check that out. Man, this seems way different. Like,
yeah, much better. Huh?
Yeah. Tell them everything, like, first of all, what did we end up doing here?
Basically here, just sand the floors, painted the walls.
Bedroom on the first floor, which I think that was a great idea because it used to be a dining room?
Dining room.
Right.
So I think that was a good strategy because we had just 2 bedrooms. Now we add a 3rd bedroom here.
Going from like a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom, that changes, completely the buyer pool. A lot more buyers are looking for a 3-bedroom, so that was like awesome. Man, honestly, doesn't feel like the same house.
Yeah. Do you remember before?
Yeah, I mean, this was a dining area also, I think. I don't know what they were using this corner, but we had plans early on to make this a kitchen and then move the dining on that side. We spent quite a bit of money and time opening up the wall here between the older kitchen, right? To create the floor plan in order to put that LVL beam that we talked about early on to support the roof.
Yes.
You can't just go and put an LVL up, like you gotta get engineer plans stamped. We spent what, $2,800 I think. So it's just an extra expense there. And then you submit to the town of Saugus, they approve it, and then you install it. So I think at the end of the day, when we were designing this, we were thinking of the end buyer, right? Like, what do people like? It would have been a lot cheaper to leave that wall, maybe create a small opening, but we wouldn't have this nice flow.
No, and that is gonna sell the house now.
Yeah.
Because people looking for outside, they don't think that's gonna be that huge room here.
Correct.
Like good windows.
Yeah.
You have skylights.
Yeah.
And a brand new kitchen.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. The light that comes in, man, is incredible just from removing that. So this area, I mean, it's beautiful. We didn't really do a lot here, right?
No.
It was an addition that the previous seller had completed with the skylights, a lot of windows, so it's beautiful. But then as we finished it, it was just kind of, something was missing. And Douglas actually was the one that came up with this idea. He said, why don't we actually put up a wall with a gas fireplace or an electric fireplace and have the TV above it, right? Just to give this room a little bit more character. Man, that was all you. So let's talk briefly about why did we actually go with electric instead of gas?
So we could have a gas, but just the gas fireplace cost was like over $3,000 just on the fireplace. And we have already the gas line here, but it's gonna be start overpaying for something that we don't need. So we just bought electrical that cost us like $400. That's gonna look great. You know what I mean?
Brand new fireplace. It's electric compared to gas, but it's a saving of $2,500 just on one item, right?
Yes.
And guys, as much as we want to renovate these houses and make them beautiful, change the neighborhoods, improve houses, at the end of the day, we're running a business to make a profit. So you got to be extremely careful. And I say this, don't over-improve. Don't over-improve. This is an example of that. This is just an extra feature, right? We could have left this alone and still the house would do really well price-wise. But we're putting, a nice accent wall with an electric fireplace, still give that wow factor, but keep the price down. You want to capture a lot of that, bring that in-house, make that profit, spend it on marketing or whatever to get the next deal. Let's actually share a little bit about, at least, this is your second project. You run your company full-time, but, you want to do more of this. Like, what has been some of the challenges and how can, people watching, they want to get into the real estate investing game, how can they do it?
Yeah, it's confess is a real challenge, in the beginning.
Right.
Because I have to run like a full-time, electrical business. If you have like a good contractor that can help you, that's make a huge difference.
Yeah, 100%.
And the other thing that make a big difference for me was I live very close by.
Yeah.
So every day, like in the end of the day, I was able to come here. If I see something wrong, I could catch and make changes on the next day.
No, that's a great point. I had a conversation with someone today, and he asked me this question. I mean, exactly. He was like, where do I invest? And I told him, invest in your backyard, in the area where you live, because you know the area, you can, if you have a project, you can go visit every day. I know a lot of people that invest out of state, and that's perfectly fine, right? Everybody kind of chooses their own niche to invest, but I feel like living close by to a project that you are doing, it's going to make a huge difference starting out. Awesome. You know, just to have eyes on it, be able to jump in, make changes, you know, supervise, right?
I think it was a successful project, huh?
This was awesome. No, I'll do this again. People were asking me, like, would you partner up? And I'll definitely do this again. Because there's a couple things that happen here. One is he found the deal, right? So right now in the Boston market, I'm spending somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000 to acquire one deal, right, in marketing. So we're doing direct mail, cold calling, but we have to spend that much to get one deal. You came in and you were like, hey, here's the deal. So that is a win. Two, he saved me a ton of time because he had someone here to manage it. So I was involved very little, more on the phone and kind of making decisions together. So, you know, I'll do this over and over again. I think where I added value to you was more on the negotiations of the price up front, kind of making sure the deal got signed, some feedback on where the price would be, and then just, you know, what to do here with Rehab, right? So we don't overspend and stuff like that. But you could have done this without me. I appreciate you bringing me on board. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a great project. Yeah. It's going to be enough profit here to make it worth for both of us to be involved.
What I would say for someone that is just starting, as I am, don't be afraid to partnership if someone is already, you know, doing something bigger than you, and bring value to the deal. You know,
I love that. Yeah.
Because of Enis, I was able to close that deal because I was struggling to, you know, to close the deals and find like houses. And because of him, I was able to do it. And then I did all the work for the renovation here. Right. So don't think like must be 50-50%. Like right. Both has to be here all day. Yeah. Each one is gonna bring a different value for the deal. That's, you know, and that works very well for us. Yeah. And now we have a successful project, and probably, you know, we're planning already to do something bigger together.
Yeah, and communication. Guys, it's super important to be clear and communicate often, because they might be thinking totally different, right? You want to be on the same page, so over-communicate. I don't think you can go wrong that way. But I think for everybody starting out, they got to communicate well, so everything goes smooth. Cool, man. This was awesome. I'm hoping that you guys get value out of it. Go and partner up. Share some comments below. I'm not sure if you guys have done this before. What was your experience? Guys, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and catch you on the next one.